Right. If you were born a male, and yeah, if you were born a male, you would not be considered a cisgender woman.
This is garbage.
That's just saying that males aren't females.
How is it garbage to say that?
Star.
Like,
wait, listen to what you're saying. Listen to what you're saying.
Me as a hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Me as a cisgender female and a trans woman, growing up, our bodies didn't even, like, I had a period, I have fallopian tubes.
Yeah.
There's nerves in my clitoris.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to be vulgar, but I mean, we have a different experience.
Do you think that when trans women say that they're a woman, they mean something like, if you were to do an MRI on me, you would find fallopian tubes and nerves in my clitoris?
Okay, say that one more time for me.
Do you think that when trans women say that they are women, by woman there they mean something like, if you were to do an MRI scan on me right now, you would find fallopian tubes and nerves in my clitoris?
Presenting as that, and I respect that, and I would call them whatever they want to be.
Well, I think the reason why he said that, what you're saying is like, I think it's like almost like there. You're just saying that if trans women are born male, then what you're saying is males are not females, which is just to misunderstand what trans women mean by the word woman.
So what do they mean?
Yeah, probably something like somebody who commits and has a strong incongruence when they don't commit to roles that are societally feminine or that they deem feminine. Consider something like this. So imagine two people that look the exact same. One of them, and they're kind of overweight, and they look in the mirror, and in one instance they look in the mirror and they say, "Yeah, I'm overweight, but I'm very confident. I'm a pretty funny guy. I have a lot going for me. I'm fine." And then the exact same person looks in the mirror and they say, I can't hold down a job. I don't bathe myself. I have such an incongruence with the person that my outward appearance reflects because it's at such odds with the inner representation I have of myself. What you would advise that second person to do to ease that discomfort or incongruence? Maybe you'd say go on a diet. Maybe you'd say exercise. Maybe you'd say get liposuction or something. But what you're really saying in simple terms is you need to take the steps to make your outward appearance more similar to your inner representation. And that's just the same case for trans people.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Thank you, Karkar.
Thanks, Karkar. I think there are two genders. You're either born female or male. And if you are trans man, trans female, well, in this case, if you are a trans woman, then you wouldn't be a cisgender woman.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true.
You wouldn't be a cisgender woman biologically.
Yeah, but
I did hear someone say earlier that does what make a woman only be able to have a child? Absolutely not. But it is a part of womanhood, is it not?
Right, but you wouldn't think trans people would disagree with you, right? When you say trans women are not cis women.
Someone just said what I said that was literally facts was garbage, and I still don't know how.
Well, but no, we would agree that they're not saying it's not true. They're saying it's garbage and that it's so trivially true that it's obvious that you're misunderstanding the meaning of your interlocutor, right? If you're like having like some like trigonomic discussion, and somebody goes, well, 2 + 2 = 4, and somebody goes, garbage. They're not saying that 2 + 2 = 4 is false. They're saying it's so obviously true that you're just probably missing the content of the discussion that's being had. Where you're saying that trans women would disagree with you saying that trans women are not cis women. And I don't think any trans person would disagree. And if they do, then they fit the criteria for,
Yeah, I honestly, for the trans community, wish that it was true that a trans woman would be a woman. I couldn't imagine feeling like I don't belong in the body I'm in. So I completely have compassion for that. But we can't ignore facts. And that's just what I'm saying. But I still, on the flip side, would respect whatever pronouns a trans person would want to be. Like, I'm not in the realm of being mean and trying to tell you something just to be mean. No, I'm just saying it's the fact of the matter.
Let me try something.
You're not
else.
necessarily
I don't think he really understood anything he was saying,
Let
bro.
me try something else.
Excuse me?
Have you ever heard somebody say like man up?
What did Doc just say? I didn't hear him.
Yeah, I just said I don't think you really understood what he was saying. So when I said the statement you made was garbage, I'm just implying that obviously it's true that these T women are going to be males, so they're not going to be cis women because cis women are females.
Yeah.
So,
But how is that obvious if the prompt is trans women are women?
Because
Yeah,
because
cis
you're
women and
equivocating.
women are
To
two
you, woman and female are equal. To society and like a sociology major, they would draw a difference between man and male and female and woman, in the way that if somebody said to you like man up, and they meant like be brave or stop being cowardly, would you understand what they were saying? If somebody just said man up,
Yeah.
yeah, but we agree that
Right.
there's no quote unquote way to act like a man, right? You can't act like you have XY chromosomes if that's what you mean by male, right?
Okay, I think I
Yeah,
don't know.
so that's an instance of using gendered language, right? Where yeah, if somebody says, like, I mean, this is rooted in like kind of like, stereotypes, bad ones, but if somebody says like quit being a P word, right? And they just mean, don't be afraid, or let's say even like an inanimate object, right? Like if somebody, can't start their car in the morning or their truck or whatever because it's cold, and they say like it seems like she's giving me a hard time today. They're not talking about their car, right? They're just using gendered language to just colloquially refer to a societal thing, right?
Yeah, I think I get it.
Yeah. So in that same way, when a like a trans person says, like, let's say a trans woman says, "I'm a woman," what they mean is like the things that they deem feminine. If they don't make a commitment to those kinds of roles, there's just some like anguish-inducing incongruence.
Okay.
Now, but you're right that males aren't females and females aren't males, and that's why I think it's important that if you think that let's say a trans woman said I'm a woman, and what they meant is if you did an MRI, then you would find fallopian tubes, right? That person would have a false belief, right? But I think that's like 0.00001% of people that think like that, and most people who do think like that just have a social circle that's really like confused on the usage of the language.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So, hi, Kinder. Philip.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop her because I don't really go anywhere. Yeah. So, can you explain why you disagree?